Good morning, everybody. I hope you're well. Day six. Wow, nearly a week. So today we're gonna go into something. Actually, today we'll do a practical. We'll actually do an egg cleansing ritual. And I normally do an egg cleansing ritual on a regular basis. I do it about once a month in general, but it's a way of me releasing anything that's holding me back. And especially when it comes to abundance. I mean, we've got such a lot from an abundance perspective. Many times they things that hold us back. But why do you do rituals? I mean, why do we call it a ritual? So we'll do, for me, doing a practice or something, it literally is an action that actually connects my mind and my body so that I can actually get this to work within myself and make my space better, make me better, connect. Because what happens is that when we do words, they work to a certain extent. When you do smells, it works to a certain extent. When you do song, it works to a certain extent. But when we combine them together, it feels like we're doing something that actually makes a difference. So when you think about an egg cleansing ritual, I mean, it's one of the oldest rituals. Okay, and it is both spiritual and religious. It has various purposes. Okay, and there's a belief that it provides protection. It can actually help with health, luck, and attract love, money, and good fortune. And there's different methods for performing a egg cleansing, and depending on your particular culture or religious tradition. But most generally speaking, the method involves passing an egg, normally one or more, over the body of the person with the intent to remove any negative energy and restoring balance in the person. Usually it's performed by a spiritual healer, somebody that's knowledgeable in such a spiritual practice. However, many practitioners use egg cleanses as a self-help tool for spiritual healing and protection. Um, why an egg? Eggs have often been used as spiritual purpose since the oldest of times. And this re, this belief or this ritual is literally goes back to Latin America, parts of Africa, the Caribbean, and other spiritual places. Um, and what I interpret is that the egg is seen as this living thing, and literally whatever's attached to you needs to attach to something living, and literally then passes from yourself or your body into the egg. And why do we need to release what's holding us back? And this has become popular in recent years, and it's rooted in the idea that our lives are deeply impacted by limiting beliefs and behaviors we pick up from our childhood, from our society in general. And you guys have seen in the last 3 days, we've gone through our inner child. And we've seen the sorts of belief systems we've created and picked up. We saw in terms of our sexuality role modeling of being masculine and feminine. They all bring with it a level of belief and limiting beliefs. And we also then look at what we what comes along with our parents and our families. And guys, you do realize that it's actually believed that within our genetics, again, this is now a recent study, that we carry about 7 generations of programming within our genetics. So if our forefathers have experienced famine, there are sometimes we have this undeniable need to hoard and things like that. That sometimes stems from within our DNA. And I think I think when we look honestly at our lives and our behaviors, we can spot patterns and patterns that have been holding us back when we work to replace them. Yeah, and we need to work to replace them with a healthier, more positive patterns. And I think like in general, like what we're doing, like the process literally involves reflection, okay, on where we're at, what our belief systems are, and then asking ourselves, is this the belief system I want? It doesn't matter what society says. You need to do what's right for you, and we can then work towards unlearning our existing mindsets, beliefs, fears, and behaviors, all of which have been preventing us from living a life we always wanted. When we are able to let go of these restrictive ideas, we are free to explore our own potential and then take the action that aligns more closely with our authentic selves. Releasing what is holding you back is all about self awareness, healing, and transformation. By taking ownership of our lives, we are able to identify what no longer serves us and let it go. This process can be done in various ways, and we've been doing a lot of them, and that's been through just being present and mindful, through journaling and writing. And guys, I am a strong advocate of therapy as well. Like if you're uncovering things and you need to go and see somebody and a professional that can help you, please do not hesitate. It's been the most profound experiences for me. And there are lots of other ways. I mean, I've seen art therapy. I mean, a friend of mine does a form of therapy that literally entails playing with the sand and creating stories with little toys so that you can tell a story. And it's actually so profound. I mean, my experience has been so moved by it. I was so surprised at what I learned about the story I created out of it. And the concept of releasing what is holding you back goes beyond the idea of starting anew. Instead, it encourages actively noticing and releasing what is holding you back. It's a lifelong process, guys. It's not going to it's not going to be changing today. You're going to do it once and it's done. It's an ongoing process, and sometimes it's good. And what I'm hoping is there's a whole lot of techniques that I'll be showing you and sharing with you. And what I want you to do is use these techniques that work for you, and those that don't use it, and use it on an ongoing basis. So as you move forward, become more aware of the patterns that may be holding you back, and work on replacing them with healthy, more empowering ideas. So the and guys, what I'm going to do now is literally what I'm going to do later is there's a third video today. And in the third video, I'm literally going to show you how I do my egg cleanse. Okay. So, but what I'm going to do is just tell you uh, what I've read up about in terms of egg cleanses and how the, so when I done some research, what they say is lots like Native Americans, your African communities, your Mexicans, and those of Latin traditions use egg cleanse as a sacred ritual for protection and healing. What it happens is it helps reduce stress, anger, and fear, and have been found to bring physical and mental health benefits. It's especially helpful for those who are trying to break out of bad cycles of energy, who just need a reset. Um, Normally, this ritual is actually done by a healer, okay? And what typically happens is that they will clean the environment they're in, and this is normally done by using intention. And so I would normally light a candle, have a glass of water in the environment. I would light some incense, and and it's normally in the space where I have my altar, and there will be some salt in the space. And what I will do is, I read tarot, so I would normally pull some cards and say, what needs to be done today? What's standing in the way? Is this the right thing? And sometimes the other thing you can do is use a pendulum, and I'll show you later on in this course how to use a pendulum, what that's about, and even how to use energy, because we all have energy. Okay. The other thing you can do is start by singing hymns or songs, or doing a combination of these things. So intention, prayer, song, just do a thing and get yourself into the space of healing, in the space of connecting with your higher self. Once your environment has prepared, what you do is you prepare the egg. Because what you want to do is that you want to literally, and what I do is I literally take the egg and I'll actually run it in water, in a running water under the tap, and I will then pray over it and ask my God of my understanding to actually remove anything that was negative that was in the egg, and bless it and be the conduit to remove any negativity and make me aware of anything that's out of whack within myself. Then what you'll do is you literally, and then what I will do is I will actually take it and I'll pass it over. I will then come to my altar, put it on my altar, that space that we've created, that sacred space, and um bless it with I will bless it with, I'll pass it over the incense to help with anything that is around mental things that actually are holding us back. Then I'll pass it over the light to re-inculcate my passion. Then I'll sprinkle some of the water that's on my sacred space to actually um to bless it from a space of the emotions. And then I'll sprinkle a little bit of salt on it and rub some salt over it as well, so that it's purified. And then I ask my higher powers to actually use it for its highest good. Then what I'll do is I will then, when I'm ready, I will actually take the egg and I will actually start running it over my body. So I will start on the top of my head, and it's literally circles, and it will circle all the way up every bit, and I'll circle and I'll go over every part that I can. Many times it's actually better to do it with somebody and get the other person when you've actually had them cleanse as well. Let them rub it over your body or different places of your body, because there's parts of your back you can't get to. And what you then imagine is the egg actually drawing out anything that doesn't work for you, anything that's not aligned with your highest good. And what I will then, what I forgot to say, I will actually have a glass of water, okay, and I will actually sprinkle um three three little tips of salt, teaspoon tips of salt in it, and I'll stir it up, okay, and I will crack the egg into it, and then what I will do is I will actually look at how, if there's bubbles and there's different stuff, and I've actually learned to read, and I mean, thanks thanks to my buddy Lorenzo, I've actually learned to read the signs within the egg. And if there are lots of bubbles and lots of strands, it's like these strands, or if there's blood in the egg, then it means that this stuff has been taken off. And I then, and that might actually pull me and draw me to actually to repeat the process, just to make sure that most of what has is what I've actually released is completely released. Okay. So, what are the benefits? Okay. So, lots of people actually say that with egg cleanses from a health perspective, they believe that there is almost like it helps with your immune system. It improves circulation, it reduces inflammation, and helps to detoxify the body. Okay. And it boosts energy, it improves digestion, and reduces the risk of illnesses and disease. From a mental perspective, studies have shown that it helps relieve anxiety and stress, as well as reduce symptoms of depression, bipolar, bipolar disorder, and other mental health issues. Additionally, it is believed that it can help improve concentration, focus, and enhance creativity, and improve self awareness. The ritual can also help to foster deeper connection to oneself and the environment, which can lead to a sense of well being. And guys, these are stuff that I've taken off the internet. I don't claim that this will actually solve your mental health problems or whatever. So um, this is just an adjunct to what, if you have mental health issues, this would be just be used as an adjunct to what you currently your doctor has prescribed. Okay, so don't use it in as a replacement for your doctor's advice. Finally, an egg cleansing ritual is thought to have spiritual benefits. It acts as clearing and cleansing, um, to create a space for reflection, for meditation, for prayer. It opens up the body and it converts it into a temple. Um, it's believed that this ritual helps strengthen our connection to the spiritual realm and help maintains a balance between our physical and spiritual worlds. So this I've heard of three types of egg cleanse, and there's something called a dry egg cleanse. I don't like, and this is literally lightly rolling a uncracked egg over your body. Okay, then you have a wet egg cleanse, which involves um, more than involves the dry egg cleanse, which involves boiling an egg for around 10 minutes and soaking it in a mixture of salt water and herbs for several hours before rolling it over you, as an object needs to be cleansed. And these are this variation belief draws out negative energies, removing them from the person or the object being cleansed. Additionally, the herbs are thought to offer protection against any further negative energy or malevolent forces. Then you have the hot water egg cleanse, and in most advanced, it's apparently believed to be the most advanced egg cleansing ritual, in which the egg is placed in boiling hot water, rolled over the body or object that needs to be cleansed. And this variation is believed to have the most powerful energy cleansing ability. The hot water increases the intensity of cleansing by causing the egg to absorb and trap negative energies as it cools. This cleansing method should only be performed by those very experienced in energy healing. Okay. So, guys, how often do you want to do an egg cleanse? So, you want to do an egg cleanse at least, like I normally do an egg cleanse about once a month. Um, and sometimes it's how you feel, but you don't want to do it too often. It's expensive, waste a lot of eggs, okay? And then the other thing is, what do you do with the egg after you've cracked it open? Like what I normally do is almost like immediately I will actually take the cracked open egg in water and I will throw it down the toilet and then flush it so that actually for me it's normally running water so it actually flushes away any negativity that has been trapped in the egg and takes it sends it away. Um yeah. So I will show you how I do mine in another video. So yeah, I hope this has been helpful and I hope you you are comfortable with this today as a ritual for yourself. Okay. And before you do your egg cleanse, can you do me a favor? Can you journal the following questions? Okay. What negative thoughts, feelings, and beliefs am I harboring that prevent me from living a life of abundance? What changes can I make to my daily routine that can help me release and help me let go of my negative attitudes? How can I reframe my thoughts and approach to difficult situations in order to open myself up to positive outcomes? What people or activity do I need to remove from my life in order to create a more positive atmosphere? How can I be more mindful of my activities and reactions to help me shift my relationships, work, finances, family, happiness, spirituality, and my overall appreciation of life for the better of myself and my environment? What's positive affirmation or visualizations can I use to affirm my commitment to abundance? Thank you so, so much. I really appreciate you being with me. And let me know, how did it go? What did you experience out of the egg cleanse? Okay. Um, this is such a, like for me, this is just, I love doing rituals or things that literally sets myself up for success. So if this works, if this is something you like, try it, do it. If it's not something you like, don't. Okay? Have an awesome, awesome day. Lots of love. Take care. Bye.